America, a nation built on immigration, finds itself increasingly fractured over the issue of illegal immigration. This contentious topic ignites passions on both sides of the aisle, revealing deep divisions within our society. The influx of undocumented individuals across our borders presents a complex challenge, one with far-reaching consequences that we can no longer afford to ignore. The debate intensifies as we witness the struggles of hard-working Americans, burdened by a system seemingly rigged against them. Meanwhile, those here illegally operate in the shadows, often exploited and vulnerable, yet contributing to a growing underclass that strains our resources and social fabric. This is not about demonizing individuals, but about upholding the rule of law, a cornerstone of American society. Uncontrolled immigration, regardless of the reasons behind it, undermines our national sovereignty and weakens the very principles upon which this nation was founded. It is time for a frank and honest conversation about the real impact of illegal immigration on America. We must move beyond the rhetoric and examine the facts, however uncomfortable they may be, to chart a sustainable course for the future. The economic burden of illegal immigration on American taxpayers is staggering. While proponents argue that undocumented immigrants contribute to the economy, the reality is far more nuanced. The costs associated with providing healthcare, education and social services to a largely undocumented population far outweigh any perceived benefits. Studies have shown that illegal immigrants are more likely to utilize public services than legal residents and citizens. This disparity places a significant strain on already overburdened systems, particularly in states with large undocumented populations. The cost of educating children of illegal immigrants falls heavily on local school districts. These districts, often already struggling to meet the needs of their existing student bodies, are forced to divert resources to accommodate a growing influx of non-English speaking students. Furthermore, the strain on healthcare systems is undeniable. Emergency rooms become overwhelmed, and hospitals face financial challenges as they are forced to provide care to those who cannot afford to pay. This burden ultimately falls on taxpayers and drives up the cost of healthcare for everyone. The impact of illegal immigration on public resources extends beyond just healthcare and education. Public safety, infrastructure and social services are all stretched thin as they grapple with the demands of a growing undocumented population. Police departments, particularly in border communities, face increased pressure as they contend with drug trafficking, human smuggling and other criminal activities associated with illegal border crossings. This diverts resources from other critical areas and puts a strain on law enforcement agencies already operating with limited budgets. Infrastructure also suffers. Roads deteriorate more quickly, schools become overcrowded, and housing markets are strained as communities struggle to accommodate the influx of new residents. These burdens disproportionately impact working-class Americans who see their neighborhoods decline and their tax dollars stretched further. The social safety net, designed to provide a safety net for citizens and legal residents in need, is also strained by illegal immigration. Welfare programs, food assistance, and other forms of public assistance are increasingly burdened by those who are not legally entitled to them. Section 5. A crowded job market. One of the most contentious aspects of the illegal immigration debate centers on its impact on the American labor market. Proponents argue that undocumented workers fill essential jobs that Americans are unwilling to do. However, this argument ignores the reality that illegal immigration depresses wages, displaces American workers, and creates unfair competition in the labor market. The influx of low-wage, undocumented workers creates downward pressure on wages, particularly in industries like construction, agriculture, and hospitality. Employers are incentivized to hire undocumented workers who are willing to work for less and are less likely to complain about poor working conditions. This creates a race to the bottom, where wages stagnate, and American workers are forced to compete for jobs with those who are willing to work for less than minimum wage. This is particularly harmful to low-skilled American workers who are disproportionately impacted by this competition. Furthermore, illegal immigration displaces American workers, particularly in industries where employers are willing to turn a blind eye to immigration status. This displacement is not limited to low-skilled jobs. It extends to skilled trades and even professional occupations. Section 7. National security at risk. Beyond the economic and labour market consequences, illegal immigration also poses significant risks to national security. Porous borders and lax enforcement create vulnerabilities that criminal organisations and potential terrorists can exploit. The southern border, in particular, serves as a major entry point for drug trafficking, human smuggling, and other illegal activities. Criminal organisations capitalise on the chaos and lack of enforcement to move people and contraband across the border with relative ease. While not all undocumented immigrants pose a security risk, the lack of a robust vetting system makes it impossible to identify potential threats before they enter the country. This creates a security vulnerability that terrorists and other bad actors can exploit. The 9/11 Commission report highlighted the importance of border security in preventing future attacks. The report emphasized that terrorists exploit weaknesses in immigration systems to enter and operate within the United States. Ignoring these lessons is reckless and endangers the safety of all Americans. Section 8. The myth of the beneficial illegal immigrant. Proponents of open borders often argue that undocumented immigrants contribute positively to the economy and fill essential roles in society. While it is true that some undocumented immigrants are hard-working individuals seeking a better life, this narrative ignores the broader negative implications of their presence. The argument that illegal immigrants take jobs Americans don't want is a fallacy. The reality is that these jobs would be filled by American workers if employers were forced to pay a living wage and provide decent working conditions. The presence of a readily available pool of undocumented workers suppresses wages and discourages employers from investing in training and technology that could make these jobs more appealing to American workers. Furthermore, the economic contributions of illegal immigrants are often overstated. While they may contribute to the economy through consumption and some tax revenue, these contributions are offset by the costs associated with providing them with public services such as healthcare, education, and law enforcement. The presence of a large undocumented population also undermines the rule of law. It creates a two-tiered society where some individuals are held accountable to the law while others are not. This undermines the integrity of our legal system and erodes public trust in government.